Hey guys, welcome to News Dump.
A very wet dump.
Well, at least we're not freezing in the Midwest or burning alive in Australia.
Yeah.
Talk about an Earth sandwich. Half of that sandwich is gonna be freezing cold, baby. Yeah. Cold cuts and Philly cheesesteak.
I can't really complain. Anyway, guys, something that a lot of people have sort of just assumed for at least the last year has finally been officially confirmed. Ben Affleck not gonna be playing Batman anymore. He's done playing Batman.
He's free to eat whatever he wants.
He's technically been done playing Batman for like 2 years, I guess.
We've been calling this for a long time.
Deadline posted an exclusive this week saying that the 2021 Batman movie, written and directed by Matt Reeves, will be featuring a younger actor playing the Caped Crusader. And Affleck himself confirmed the news by sharing the article on Twitter with the caption, "Excited for #TheBatman in summer 2021 and to see Matt Reeves' vision come to life." So there you go.
Great. I'm sure he's fine. Anyways, we've actually got multiple news items to cover today that revolve around DC having completely botched their attempt at building a DC cinematic universe and now trying to right those wrongs by just kind of starting over again. But the Affleck news in particular just really drives home what a mess this has all been. When Ben Affleck signed on to play Batman in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, a big reason why was that he would get to write, direct, and star in his own standalone Batman movie. And that became official not long after BVS was released. Despite BVS not being all that great, most of the blame there rested on Zack Snyder, so hey, Affleck proved himself before to be a good director, and
yeah,
it would have been interesting to see him play and direct the same movie.
He was a good Batman, given, I mean, take away the script and the plot, pretty good Batman.
I thought he was fine. I thought he was just fine.
He was just fine. Yes.
Yeah, and it would have been great to see him in a better movie. No. Anyways, Affleck's portrayal of Batman, like we said, pretty good. Batman movie written, directed by, and starring Ben Affleck, it could have been great. Because Ben Affleck is decent at all of those things. He's done great work throughout his career.
Yeah. But hey, life comes at you fast. During the course of all this, Ben Affleck got divorced, went to rehab for alcoholism for 40 days following an intervention, and also got one of the worst back tattoos anyone has ever seen. Oh, and also Me Too happened, and Ben Affleck came out of that looking like he'd maybe played a little tiny part in covering for Harvey Weinstein. Ugh. And that's all just on top of the fact that Justice League dug DC's hole even deeper than BVS, at a point when they really needed a win. Affleck dropped out as director of the solo Batman movie in early 2017, citing his busy schedule.
Got a lot of rehab.
A lot of drinking to do. Then 6 months...
That's fucked up.
At the time...
The man had a problem, it's fine. He is apparently doing better now.
I genuinely hope he is.
Yes.
Because for a while there, like there was... This is completely off topic, but there was like one paparazzi photo showing him. It was like 10 in the morning. He's carrying like just cases of booze into his house from like a Costco run. I'm like, looking like shit.
But also like pretty obvious those Justice League reshoots.
Oh yeah, he's like dried out.
He really filled out that suit.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, so he was very busy, so he dropped out of directing it. And then 6 months later, Matt Reeves, the new director, said that he was just gonna ditch Affleck's script altogether and start from scratch.
Oh, I can't wait for the next couple of years. We're like, release the Affleck
script. Yep. And then back in June of last year, 2018, The Hollywood Reporter wrote about all the shakeups behind the scenes at Warner Brothers, and they said that according to their inside sources, Ben Affleck would not be playing Batman in the Batman movie. Which, even at that point, a lot of people had already assumed for a while.
Yeah, how is he going to fit into
Nick's been saying this since Justice League came out.
Well, that's just because he wants to play Batman.
He does. Can you imagine Batman with a Philadelphia accent? Ridiculous.
What is this? What does this mean for the Flash movie? Who knows what this means?
No one knows.
The reporting about the shakeups at Warner Brothers is like if you went to Home Depot and asked for a can of paint that they needed to mix. That's what was going on behind the scenes, I guarantee it. They were just like, we don't know what the fuck to do. We don't have any fucking plans because everything's falling through. Yeah, people are dropping out. The guy's growing a goddamn mustache on the clock. What are we gonna do? Fuck it, hire James Gunn. We'll get to it.
Yeah, that's true too.
So yeah, this full confirmation about Ben Affleck not playing Batman is the least surprising thing ever at this point. even less surprising than when Henry Cavill dropped out of Superman, despite that actually being a meme in the months leading up to it.
Yeah.
It is kind of still sad that all he ever got out of his involvement in this franchise, which should have been gigantic, was 2 terrible movies and a clip of him looking sad with a Simon & Garfunkel song playing over it. But
that's his legacy.
To me, it's worth it. It would have been cool to see what he had done with the character when it was in his own hands. I don't know, but hey, I guess he could always play Batman again at some point, though there's absolutely no official plans to do so, and the guy is 46 years old. So, I mean, it'd be cool if he came back to do something like a standalone live-action adaptation of Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns at some point, which is what we had all hoped Batman v Superman was going to be, and something that they already wasted material slightly on Batman v Superman.
A lot of like really iconic imagery and plot details from The Dark Knight Returns got completely squandered in Batman v Superman. So thanks, Zach.
So, hey, maybe in 20 years, enough time has passed where they can retcon everything and he can just take that over and pretty much make how they made the Watchmen movie and do The Dark Knight Returns, which is what kind of everyone expected with Snyder directing anyway.
Right.
But he was like, nah, I'm going to throw everyone for a loop.
I'm going to add a little bit of the old Snyder touch. No, don't.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to do it.
The background drama with all of this is bad too, because it's like Ben Affleck was dealing with alcoholism. Snyder had the loss of a child.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill had that mustache. And then a woman comes and breaks all their records.
Yeah. That one hurts the most.
You know what probably hurts the most? That wasn't it recently that Aquaman like beat Superman and Batman and all that?
It's like the
Aquaman's character doing great. No one would have expected.
Yep. Anyways, it'll at least be cool to see who ends up playing the next Batman. Get ready for 2 years of fucking speculation about that. Mm-hmm. How buff do you think little Timothy Chalamet can get in the next 2 years?
No, it's gonna be Donald Glover.
That's definitely not gonna happen, but hey, I'd watch the shit out of that.
It's gonna be Kristen Bell.
Anyway, that's all assuming that this even happens, because who the hell knows anything anymore? Never assume a movie's coming out until you are in your seat in the theater, watching it play before your eyes.
Nah, I have faith in this one.
Anyway, speaking of things that might happen, it's looking like James Gunn might be directing the next Suicide Squad movie, which is no surprise at all, because he signed on back in October to write it, and it would make sense for him to direct it as well, considering that Warner is clearly trying to get him to do for them what he did for Marvel with Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's gonna be a great soundtrack.
They didn't just say like, oh, who's available? James Gunn, oh yeah, I heard. No, they hired him because he took the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy, a shitty comic book that no one liked, sorry Guardians fans, and made it cool and good.
Mm-hmm, and fun.
And they wanted him to do that for the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Now what's interesting here though, is that the Hollywood Reporter's sources say that Suicide Squad 2 is gonna be more along the lines of just a reboot than a sequel.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, they said it's gonna feature mostly all new cast and characters and actors. Probably keep Harley Quinn, brings the boys to the theater. But yeah, it does seem a bit odd at first, considering that most of the well-known Suicide Squad members from the comics ended up in the first movie. But I looked at the Wikipedia. There has been hundreds of Suicide Squad characters over the years, so big pool to draw from there. Yeah.
I just hope they give him a little more carte blanche with the music choices instead of just being like, here's Warner Brothers records. You ever heard of 21 Pilots? Can we put them in the movie 5 times?
Yeah.
So hopefully he gets a little more leeway on that because, yeah.
I just, speaking of the music, like, I think the way I picture it is Warner being like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if Captain Cold had like a mixtape that like he played every time he went into battle, like a tape with a bunch of cool old classic rock songs? Like, you mean like Peter Quill's tape? Oh, this, you know, now that you mention it, didn't even make the connection, but you're right. Anyway, something like that would be really cool.
But like a burned CD, so it's different.
Yeah. A Sony mini disc.
Someone on Reddit suggested that, because obviously it's been rumored that Dave Bautista would be joining, and someone on Reddit was like, Dave Bautista as Bane, and everyone clapped.
Yeah, he would be great Bane.
Yeah.
That would be the, like, if they did that, that would be the one thing so far that they've done better than the Chris Nolan Batman films. No hate on Tom Hardy. It was an interesting twist on the Bane character, but it wasn't really like the Bane most people really wanted in their hearts. Batista, I think he could do it.
Yeah. Anyways, all of this, if nothing else, this DC news has me
intrigued.
Yeah, intrigued and like just a bit excited because I can't. They've beaten me into the earth so much that I really can't get that excited about it.
Yeah,
because anything could fall through at any point.
It's like
but
if
I'm
someone's
actually
feeding you dog food for weeks and they're like, "Hey, maybe we'll eat Fruit Loops."
Oh, sure?
That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. I'll wait to see.
I heard they might do Fruit Loops.
And here's the thing too: is like as we all know in the gaming community specifically, the anticipation is kind of the best part. Once you get the game and play it for 8 hours straight, you're like, whatever. But
That's
now
what we in the kink community call edging.
It's what the kids call edging. So let's all edge this DC news together. And then we can all, it'll be like No Nut November on December 1st.
Yeah.
We'll all just come to the theater.
Let's just build it up so big in our heads and to go down to the theater and splooge together. Anyways, in even more DC news, according to actress Zazie Beetz, or Zazie Bates, I don't know, she's German, but she's a very good actress and I like her a lot. That Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix in it, and her in it, was pretty much entirely rewritten during filming, which may immediately sound to you like a giant red flag, but let's just take a look at what she said in that MTV News interview. We rewrote the whole thing while we were shooting it. Literally, we would go into Todd Phillips' trailer and then write the scene for the night and then do it. During hair and makeup, we'd memorize those lines and then do them, and then we'd reshoot that 3 weeks later. We had to do everything then because Joaquin had lost so much weight that he couldn't do reshoots later on, so we were figuring it out. But Todd's quick at getting stuff done, so we always had extra time, which was great.
Okay. So it's pretty easy given the fact that Justice League brought in a different director to reshoot half the entire movie and it still sucked. You would assume that this could be a big red flag. But then again, we don't know what kind of rewrites these were. Were they just dialogue? Were they fundamental changes to the story? In either case, if something in the original script didn't work on set, it's probably better that they changed it then and there instead of just shooting the shitty version and then trying to fix it in editing, which, yeah, like if you get the cast together and they mesh in a way that works outside of the script and the boundaries that you've written, why not explore?
Yeah, also, especially if it's just dialogue, like Todd Phillips worked on, he directed the Hangover movies.
Yeah.
Which, to my mind, indicates that, like, it was a lot of improvisational dialogue and like character work.
And when you have Joaquin Phoenix there, it's like, hey, why don't we do a shoot with the script?
Yeah, and then go wild. And
how you would do it. Yeah. Because you're the Joker right now.
Right.
You're obviously going method for this shit.
Like, yeah, I mean, this could be a great thing. We don't know, though.
Yeah. It could be what happened on Suicide Squad. We're like, Jared Leto, you are so method. Why don't you just go nuts?
Jared, you're to 90. Let's take it to 150.
But lots of great movies have had tons of rewrites and reshoots, so it's not necessarily bad news. Again, as with all of this DC news, we're keeping the faith. We're edging the hell out of this. So join us. We're not coming until these movies are released.
No nut until DC movies are good again. Guys, we're doing it together.
My ball sack is going to be as big as Ben Affleck's chin.
My balls are going to be so huge, I'm going to become a superhero.
I'm going to have to book 2 seats at the theater.
Anyways, what's going on? What is Zack Snyder himself up to these days? What's he doing? I haven't heard from him in a while. Well, his next project just got announced, and despite the bad things that this guy has done to all of us, we're still slightly interested because that's what abuse does to someone. So this is it's going to be a Netflix movie called Army of the Dead. It's about a zombie outbreak in Las Vegas and a team of mercenaries who decide that that's the perfect opportunity for a little casino heist. So it's a zombie movie, it's a heist movie, takes place in Vegas, bright lights, big city. So far, so good. I guess Snyder's very first movie as a director was 2004's Dawn of the Dead, which, while not a classic, is still a pretty solid zombie movie. It's fun.
It's approaching classic. It's 14 years old now.
Yeah.
Or no, 15 years old.
Yeah.
So it's a classic.
I don't know if it's classic just based on time.
Well, no, but it was a great take on that genre. It's a great remake.
I'd say it's better than a lot of zombie movies.
A baby gets shot in the face.
Oh yeah. Spoiler. Anyway.
Spoiler? It's been 15 years.
Well, some of these people are 15 years old.
Go watch it.
They could have been that baby.
Hey, but it wasn't you. Go watch it.
Anyways, yeah, that movie was good. I like it. It's unclear how much of what went into that being good was because of James Gunn's script, because yes, James Gunn wrote that movie. Zack Snyder directed it. It wasn't one of those Zack Snyder joints where he does everything.
It was a great movie. I enjoyed it very much.
Pretty good.
Anyways, regarding Army of the Dead, Snyder told The Hollywood Reporter, "There are no handcuffs on me at all with this one," meaning he's got full creative control, which could be a good thing or a terrible thing. Or maybe it's a maybe it's a jab at WB.
Maybe, but he was like executive producing like the whole fucking thing. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe in title alone.
I guess. Who knows?
Everybody knows that the whole problem with the DC Universe was Steve Mnuchin.
Yeah. And guys, I know you all love Kamala. She could have put that man in jail. Mm-hmm. Completely off topic.
Well, he's busy now, so
yeah.
Maybe this will be good. Anyways, he also, Zack Snyder also said this. "I thought this was a really good palate cleanser to really dig in with both hands and make something fun and epic and crazy and bonkers in the best possible way. I love to honor canon and the works of art, but this is the opportunity to find a purely joyful way to express myself through a genre. It will be the most kick-ass, self-aware, but not in a wink to the camera way, balls to the wall, zombie freak show that anyone has ever seen. No one's ever let me completely loose like this. I love big action, I love big sequences."
I love big butts.
He can't lie. The man can't lie. He continued, "My movie brain starts clicking around and I was like, we need to be shooting this now. Constructing these sequences really fired me up." That's good. His creative juices are going.
Yeah, I mean...
And he's got nothing to lose. It's a streaming platform, right? So
he's like, at this point, he is reputation-wise, like just below the Transformers guy.
Michael Bay?
Yeah.
But then they had the good Transformers movie from the guy that did Kubo and the Two Strings.
Yeah, but no one saw it, so they're not going to do that anymore. They're going to go back to making bad Transformers movies. Sorry,
America, we tried to see if you had grown up collectively, but you didn't, so boom, boom, here we go.
Anyways, the best case scenario here for the Army of the Dead movie is that Zack Snyder ends up making the biggest, dumbest, most violent action movie he can, because that is where his strength lies. He's got a great eye for that shit. Where he fucked up over the last few years was applying his style to shit that took itself way too seriously. It's actually great that Snyder's making this zombie heist movie, because otherwise, he'd just be working on his passion project that he's been talking about for years, a movie adaptation of the novel The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand. So keep giving him more projects so that never happens. Anyways, here's some news. Looks like we're getting a Funko Pops movie, because of course we fucking are.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a long time coming. They've already done like CG stuff on their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So yeah, Funko Pops. The little vinyl figurines and bobbleheads depicting just about every character or creature in pop culture history, filled with perceived value. Chock to the brim with perceived value. It's getting a movie adaptation. Now you may be thinking, yeah, it sounds dumb, but so did the Lego movie, and sure. But what's weird is that the Funko movie seems to be in the hands of Warner Brothers, who also made the Lego movies. So it's not like this is a rival studio trying to compete with the Lego franchise or emulate its success. It's literally, it's two toys that have characters from everything that exists.
Yeah.
It's the same movie.
They're just two different like blank canvases. But like with Legos, at least you can like build stuff with it. Like there's a sort of spirit to Legos where it's like you can make anything. Like Funkos are just things you put on your fucking desk and they sit there and that's it.
The real thing about this movie is it's not going to be about the superhero Funkos. It's going to be about the ones that are based off people in real life. Like it's going to be like Stan Lee hanging out with Dwight from The Office and the guy from Workaholics is there.
I think it's going to be about our buddy Rob, who has a warehouse full of unopened Funkos. They're going to be worth something someday.
Yeah, just like fucking Beanie Babies. These are Beanie Babies. When's the Beanie Baby movie? And where's my Princess Diana Funko? And is she going to be in the movie?
Yeah, very rare. By now.
Anyways, it's all basically a rumor at this point, but as with most of these rumors go, it seems like they put rumors out to gauge interest, and people are talking about it, so that's good. And it's all based off a tweet by movie blogger Daniel Rickman of Super Bro Movies that featured a photo seemingly showing a list of Warner's animated projects in development. A list that anyone could write and print out of their printer. But that tweet now just features a copyright complaint placeholder, which anyone could also do, which seems to actually confirm that it was legit.
I don't know. You can't. No, it's you can't replace a photo you've already tweeted with a copyright placeholder.
All right. I thought it was like, well, here's the thing they sent me.
No,
I didn't know if it was okay.
It was up for a while, and like I couldn't even find the picture. I was scouring it for it. So like, Warner clearly really didn't want anyone to fucking see that.
It wasn't the Funko one. It was the movie a little bit down further in the list where it was like, we're doing a Big Chungus animated feature because we own the rights to Bugs Bunny.
I don't know. Everyone on Reddit really seems to want Big Chungus to be a new franchise. How do we get on this?
I wouldn't doubt it. And
this is like releasing a Slender Man movie in like 2018. It's going to take them like 5 years. Like, hey, all right, Big Chungus is coming. Like, what?
To talk about that point, we talked earlier in the week off camera about how a bunch of people were sending us that petition about adding Shaggy from Scooby-Doo to Mortal Kombat 11 because of all the Shaggy memes. But here's the thing, guys. That could actually happen.
Yeah, very
because
easily.
Warner Brothers owns the rights to Mortal Kombat, the game, and everything, and also owns the rights to Shaggy. So it would be very fucking easy for them to do that.
Yeah. I think they should do bring the full Scooby cast in there.
Yeah.
Or just make a new fighting game called Warner Brothers Intellectual Property Fighter.
What's basic if they mixed Injustice and Mortal Kombat, it would be. But like, yeah, it would be so cool to have.
You own all this shit.
Yeah.
Put them in one fighting game.
I want to fight Huckleberry Hound and the Flintstones. It would be amazing if they did it like Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Yeah. With
like Looney Tunes and like everything they own.
Yeah.
Hanna-Barbera. They own both now, right?
Yeah, for a long time.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, because Turner bought the Hanna-Barbera library.
We've been down this spider web before. We've been down the spider web before, but Dragon Ball
owns Warner.
Warner, if you're listening, I know you don't listen to us anymore, and you didn't when we worked for you. But if just in case, if someone's watching this out of spite, make
Intellectual Property Fighter.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z's, but with Looney Tunes and everything from the Turner that owns Hanna-Barbera and everything like that. I want to fight Wacky Racers versus Bugs Bunny and Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah.
I'll see.
But like, why stop with cartoons? Like, throw in Mad Max, Immortan Joe, Batman, Robin.
Fuck it.
Space Ghost, the Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Like, there's a huge well of intellectual property to put in this billion-dollar fighting game, guys. And all you got to do is reskin Injustice and Mortal Kombat. It's that easy.
Yeah. You know what? Hire us back. We can do this on the side, but we want to make this game.
Yeah.
Well, I better open up the old C++ book. Start figuring out how to code. Learn to code. Fine, I will.
I will learn to code, actually.
No, I won't. No,
I'm too old. I'm too old. It's like learning a language. You got to do it when you're young.
I'm going to dig my own coal mine. Anyways, fuck. As for what the hell a Funko movie would even be about, we don't know. I'm hoping it's Dwight Schrute and Stan Lee Funkos come to life. Like Small Soldiers, maybe.
Yeah. Oh.
Some are saying that it'd be like Wonder Woman, the Care Bears, Hellboy, Deadpool. There's just a lot, okay? It's like the video game we just invented, except in fucking Funko shit.
Oh.
It sounds insane. It could be good. Who knows? We don't even know if this thing's gonna happen. It is reported to be going in production sometime this year. But let's focus on the game, okay?
Guys. Let's get back to that game. So, like, what else does DC or Warner, what else do they own?
Looney Fighter Z.
Oh, all the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Big Chungus could be a special character in it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's move on. Because for as much shit as we talk on Warner and DC, we must admit that DC's problems are nothing compared to the hilarious shit show around Universal's revived Monsters franchise that never even got off the ground. As you'll recall, I love retelling this, Universal laid out an entire slate of movies and cast a bunch of big-name actors, only to have their whole big cinematic universe completely implode as soon as The Mummy came out and not only sucked balls, but also made no money. It was beautiful. But also, hey, Universal, some of those old characters that you own could probably make for some actual good movies if you just pull your head out of your ass.
The best was during the debut, everyone was like, we don't like this. The collective consciousness was like,
nah.
Hey, if you're gonna do this, it'd be a lot. You know what's been great over the past couple years? Low budget, high quality horror movies from small tier directors that are now growing and blossoming into beautiful careers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It would have been great, but no, you went and got the biggest stars Oh my god! The Universal Monsters things reminded me of the title.
Yeah,
like before it's even out. You're clinging champagne with
celebrating a little too early.
Premature celebration. Anyways, good news. It seems they actually might be pulling their heads out of their collective asses because they've handed over the keys to one of those old movie monster franchises to Jason Blum of Blumhouse, who he's brought on director Lee Wannell to write and direct The Invisible Man. So that's cool. Wannell is most recently known for writing and directing last year's Upgrade, which we hear is fantastic, and I keep meaning to watch it.
It's still not on any streaming services, but I might just pull the trigger and drop the $5 on a rental.
Yeah. Anyways, he also wrote and directed Insidious Chapter 3, and wrote and produced most of the Saw movies with his old friend from film school, James Wan, who made a little movie called Aquaman.
James Wan. Mm-hmm. Now, Universal says that their new approach for their monster properties is going to be filmmaker-driven standalone movies with no interconnected universe.
Wow, it's almost like they
read
a
$1 billion lesson that they taught themselves for no fucking reason.
I got on Twitter.com and I was like, wait, hold on.
No one wants this. Hold on.
What do you mean there's a public square that voices their opinions about what they want collectively?
Anyway, Universal's head of production told Variety, throughout cinematic history, Universal's classic monsters have been reinvented through the prism of each new filmmaker who brought these characters to life. We are excited to take a more individualized approach for their return to screen, shepherded by creators who have stories they are passionate to tell with them. Sounds great! According to Variety, The Invisible Man and the rest of Universal's classic horror adaptations going forward are going to be firmly rooted in the horror genre and won't have any restrictions on rating, meaning this could go hard R. Again, great. Although the last time someone adapted The Invisible Man, 2000's Hollow Man, that one featured a lot of Invisible Man dick. So get excited for potentially more of that if they go the hard R route.
Was that the one with Kevin Bacon?
Yes, it was.
Nice. I remember that movie. I don't remember much.
I remember the penis.
I just remember where I was when I saw the penis.
When I saw the penis.
I was at my friend's house and his mom was with us, and it was weird.
It's not even like a normal dick. It's like he takes the invisibility shit and like first his outer layer of skin disappears, and then there's like at one point he's still just like all muscle and a dick. It's weird. And then there's like another time they're trying
it did leaps and bounds for dick physics.
Another time where he's invisible and they're tracking him with like a thermal camera and like just a huge dick. I'm like, wait, Kevin Bacon had to have put this in his fucking contract.
You gotta make me have a big dick.
The dick has to be huge.
If you don't put a dick on it, they're gonna think I have a small little walnut dick.
Yeah.
Gotta make a big dick.
This is my brand I'm dealing with here.
Yeah, just like Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Terminator. I don't care how you light it. I need to see the shadow of my dick when I'm walking naked through this parking lot. If you don't see the shadow, they think my dick's small.
People are gonna think I'm a eunuch. Not a eunuch. I'm a big, strong man.
Yeah. Anyways, we've been over how we can't show anything on this video, but someone out there,
a brave soul.
Our friend Eric from Internet Common Etiquette, he decided to throw caution to the wind.
He jumped on a grenade for everyone.
And he made a video, which is the Copyright Olympics, where he does his damnedest to violate every copyright law that is existing on YouTube, and he was successful.
Yeah.
The video was brought down within a few hours completely.
Yeah.
And it's finally back up on YouTube, but he had put it up on his Patreon for free for a while. It is a goddamn work of art, like pretty much every Common Etiquette video, so make sure you watch that. We're not going to show it here, because if we even show the video of his video,
we'll get struck by all of his people, and then we'll get struck by him. Can't do it.
So, and anyways, after you're done watching that, check out our videos. We got an update on the Fire Festival. That dude who almost sucked dick for water is happy. And we also had a brand new episode of Tech News Day, which featured our pal, Phil Larigo, coming in with some rap facts. So check those out. Stay tuned for weekly weird news tomorrow, and hit up our Patreon, link below. Hit the join button under the video. Thanks for supporting. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.